Hey devs, so in our last tutorial we talked about how we can upload the files and chat with them, and in this video we are going to provide any YouTube link and enable chat with them, like translate them or create content based on the existing video. Also in the later part of this tutorial we are going to chat with websites. Seems interesting, right? So let's get started. So in our previous video we used these two APIs, vectorization and chat API. Vectorization APIs actually gave us the file ID, and in our chat API we use that file ID and ask a question along with that file ID. We choose a model and we can also turn the streaming true or false. Now in this tutorial we are going to use this API, the YouTube API. Our endpoint is again the same, like where we run our server on 3005 and /GPT is our index point, is our starting point. Then we have our OpenAI key set. For this API again the parameters are already set in our ShipGPT variables option, and if we can see our API, there are also some headers. These headers are already filled as you can see in our previous video, but the body is changed now. Now we have to give a URL of any YouTube video, so let's give it a link and see what happens. So I have set up the most famous video on YouTube, Despacito, for this purpose, which is actually in Spanish language. So these APIs can transcribe any YouTube video like in any language. So I've selected this Despacito video, and let's feed this video to our model. It is going to take some time to transcribe this video. So what is actually happening is it is taking the audio from this YouTube video and converting the audio script into a text mode, like transcribing the audio into a text form. So the backend is actually a text file, and this should give us a unique file ID again, just like our vectorization API gave us. So this file ID, so here it is, this is the file ID, and this is our transcribed audio. So it actually the lyrics or script or anything. So if you have any podcast, or like you want to chat with any YouTube video, you want to transcribe or translate any YouTube video, you can give it to this API, and this can give us this unique file ID. And if I give this file ID to my chat API again and ask it a question like translate these lyrics into English, let's see what happens. Our Spanish lyrics are actually translated into English lyrics. So now if you can read the lyrics, so that's how you can convert any video, or you can translate any video, get the meaning of any video in your own native language. So if you have a video in any other language, you can translate those videos, you can understand those videos, you can simply read those videos using this API. And now let's move to the next part, the web page. The web page API is where you can chat with any website. So the parameter and headers, these values are actually same for every API in ShipGPT. So I'm not going to repeat those. You can have a recap on tutorial part 1 where we have filled these variables. So let's get to the body part, where we can give URL of any website, and it will actually extract data, extract the content of this website, and again it will save a text file behind the logic. So the logic is actually we are extracting or scraping the data from the website, and we are saving a file which then we use to chat with that website. So in our YouTube case we are transcribing the data, in our website case we are actually extracting the data and we are using it to save it into a file, and this file is vectorized into Pinecone, and then if we ask a question using chat API, it should give us answer. So if I give it a URL like So it extracts or scraps the data of this web page. I have to give a separate web page. It is not extracting the data from the complete website like recursively. That option is coming up in one of the updates of ShipGPT, but right now I have to give a URL, a unique URL from which I have to extract data. And if I copy this ID and again give it in a chat API and ask a question like what is chat docs? What is chat docs? So it says chat docs is an AI tool that helps users interact with the documents by providing the ability to chat with PDFs, etc. So this is how we can chat with website. And if you are a podcaster, if you are a YouTuber or a YouTuber and you want to translate your videos, you want to create content based on your videos, you want to chat with them, and if you are a student even, you want to build a use case along with these APIs, you can easily do that using ShipGPT, YouTube API, Web API, and Vectorization API. There are some other APIs also available, like you can train the text file, you can train the complete folder. This is very interesting. The video and audio is also there, and then the image. So we will go through all of these APIs one by one in our next tutorials. Until then, thank you devs.